Yo, what's good, guys? This is my first sports commentary video, so let's get right to it. James Harden. So, yeah, I just gotta start off with that. James Harden. James MF Harden. He's my favorite player. What can I say? Been supporting him throughout his whole career. Been a fan of him since the Thunder. He's the reason I completely started taking basketball 100% seriously. And yeah, so let's talk about what's going on right now. So, in a little bit of the past first. So I know that everybody has had this narrative that Harden is only a good regular season player and that he was never gonna. What Kobe famously said before past that the way Harden plays, the way the Rockets played, he was never gonna win a championship that way. And he was right. They definitely couldn't win. But if Harden was to blame for that, I would argue not, because the Rockets, as the team were constructed, the actual roster basically demanded that Harden was the main scorer for the whole team. Like, if he wasn't scoring, his team was creating no offense. They had mediocre to below average defense, with Capella being the only good defensive player and Trevor Ariza, and Harden just leading the offensive show. Because yeah, you had Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker for the left corner three, but can they create consistent offense? No. Eric Gordon's one of the most inconsistent players. He can go for 35 one night and then go for 5 the next. He's completely inconsistent, not a good shooter. And PJ Tucker, he's very he's that one type of player that every team appreciates having, but that's all I can say for him. Like, he's not gonna raise the chances for any team to win a championship or any type of thing just by having a guy like him. But yeah, so Harden had to consistently create the offense sole-handedly, and teams were double teaming his ass, so there was no way for them to score anymore. Like, yeah, that's it. It's not his fault. So moving into the Nets, I live in San Antonio, Texas right now, so pretty close to Houston. Lived in Houston for a little bit, and I really was sad when he left Houston, just because he's my favorite player and he left my favorite NBA team. So he left to the Brooklyn Nets, and at first I couldn't believe it, but I was also happy for him because I just wanted to see him finally win a championship. And we all for sure thought, oh, KD, Irving, Harden, that's game over. And then when they added Griffin and LaMarcus, it's just, well, before LaMarcus had his heart condition that he had to be sidelined for, and he actually retired. But before that, just that roster, what? Like that just on paper looks like one of the best teams ever. Like, you have 3 of the best, arguable best players in their current positions. So Kevin Durant's arguably the best small forward / power forward. I know LeBron's the number 1, but he's really up there. Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry is definitely number 1 by miles, like thousands of miles. But Kyrie Irving's at least top 4. And Harden, it's kind of hard with shooting guards. For me personally, I want to say top 3-point shooting guards. So I have obviously Jordan in first, then I have Kobe obviously, and then I have Wade, and then Harden. So I do have Wade over Harden, just because Wade was able to bring a championship to his team, but we're yet to see that from Harden. I'm yet to see that from Harden. He's starting to get old. Desperation starting to build up, because we need to see him win a championship now. I know a lot of people don't like him, don't like his play style, his step backs, his foul drawing, and the fact that he constantly just finds ways to people think cheat the game. But honestly, like, yeah, I know he's not in the best shape, he could work his, just drop a couple pounds. I don't know what he's 220, 225 probably now. He used to be 218, so 217, something like that. So he could drop a couple pounds. Maybe we could see better games from him, just better game overall. But I don't think that. I think right now, if the Nets asked Harden, if Steve Nash asked Harden to step up and be the main scorer, he's definitely still guided. Like, he can go off for 50 points any given night, 60. I went to his game where his game record tying game for 61 points back in, I don't know when it was, 2018 I think, against the Hawks, with rookie Trae Young. So yeah, I got to see him, and sheesh, it's like walking up the court, pull up just the most chill threes that I've ever seen. Like, not even catching for, gasping for air, and he dropped 61 points. Like, come on, man, it's different. But yeah, I know he's still got that in him. That's not a question. I think the whole debate is, how does he fit in the Nets? What is his role? Because I really do not see him as a point guard. Like, his whole pass the ball mentality right now, get his teammates involved. They're not really winning games like they should. And okay, the Rockets, although they didn't do well in the postseason just because they didn't have enough stars, enough offensive power, they relied on James Harden by himself. I think that if Harden would be given the chance to step up right now and be the main scorer, at least for the whole up until the fourth quarter, and if somebody needs to be clutch, then KD can kick in. But the Rockets' regular seasons with Harden were pretty good. Like, they won most of their games. So yeah, I honestly think that Harden stepping up, and what's he averaging right now? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put the stats up right here. Yeah, I think he could double what he's putting up. Well, not double. I mean, if he's dropping 18, by doubling, I mean, like, I don't know, 32 points per game or something like that. That's totally doable for me. And yeah, I know a lot of people don't like to see him put up big numbers, but honestly, if it's gonna get the team wins, and once the playoffs come around, he can start actually getting involved with all of his teammates, because you got two of the arguably best shooters also in the league, which with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So you got both of them. If you need to be clutch in a given situation, you got the best people basically. I would arguably say, yeah, Stephen Curry is the best shooter by far ever. Period. Okay, period. But Kyrie Irving might be a better clutch shooter. He's hit more important game-winning shots. The one that finished the finals back in 2017, 2018. So yeah, they've got way more clutch power than they need. But I think if Harden's given the chance to step up, because it just seems awkward. Like, he just looks like he's trying to be a role player for the team. Doesn't look like he's fitting naturally with the team. And I think that would change if Steve Nash given the opportunity to step up and lead the team. And with KD, like I said, KD doesn't have to. He can really just relax, take it nice and slow, make sure he doesn't get injured. Like, just basically keep him nice and fresh for the postseason where he can actually kick in. But as for the regular season, I think it should be just a Harden Kyrie show. No KD involved. Like, honestly, that's what I would do. Because we're not seeing good stuff from Blake either. Like, you would think that getting people like Blake involved, even Aldridge isn't living up to his reputation. Like, he's not having a great season. So yeah, I think it's really up to the bench players with Patty Mills. What's his name? The guy from the Raptors that's playing in Nets right now. DeAndre Bembry or something like that. The guy with the headband and the dreadlocks. So yeah, just think it's really up to them, up to the role players and Kyrie and Harden. And honestly, like I said, Harden carried the Rockets to one of the most, like, just broke so many records. Like, his seasons with Capella were just absolutely monstrous, like ridiculous, man. Some completely ridiculous. And I just think I could see that happening again, so I'm kind of excited. Although he's starting to get old, still with his play style, he's never been the most. Well, he is athletic. Who's not to say he's athletic? But what I mean is that he's never used athleticism as his main priority in his game. So I think he's gonna be pretty longevity. I just think he's gonna have a pretty long career, because he's gonna be able to shoot lights out for what, same as LeBron, his age. He's gonna be able to still put up layups, body people. He's gonna be strong. If anything, I just see him slowing down even more than he's at right now. And yeah, that's pretty much all I see from him. I can expect still a really good, maybe even still superstar at LeBron's age. So yeah, thumbs up, hoping that the Nets bring the championship home, just because I really just want to see Harden win. Man, he really deserves that shit. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and that gist and jazz. I'm gonna be uploading more NBA content, so yeah, stay tuned for that, man. Bless y'all, man. Be safe out there. And yeah, keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. Peace.